This morning, Tuesday, March 26, 1974, Amin Dada once again awakens out of a nightmare. Killers were trying to assassinate him at home during the night, and these killers were his own soldiers. Like Gaddafi and Stalin, he sleeps very little. For these paranoid men, night brings out their worst fears, especially for Amin Dada, who lives in an irrational world where the spirits of his dead enemies come to haunt him and are seeking revenge. In addition, there are fears that are all too real. 3 years ago, as an army general, he succeeded in overthrowing his predecessor by a coup d'etat. Now he himself is afraid of being overthrown. To maintain power and protect himself, he has unleashed a reign of terror throughout the country. Any dream of his deemed premonitory can result of hundreds of arrests and executions on the very same day.
He was scared that something can happen to his life because how he was ruling. People were scared of him, and also he was scared of the people.
Everyone is subjected to the repression, starting with his closest collaborators, who start to disappear one after the other.
Everybody in Uganda, members of the armed forces, police, and the public, they are responsible for my security. And immediately they hear anybody making subversive activities or try to plan anything against me, they report that person straight to the police.
And the methods employed by Amin's police are extremely brutal. Victims are clubbed to death, burned in the savannah, their bodies thrown to the crocodiles in the Nile, or shot publicly, wearing white aprons to highlight the blood. Choked with their own penises stuffed down their throats, and some even dynamited in groups. In 3 years, he has already had more than 150,000 Ugandans massacred. But unlike Stalin and Gaddafi, Amin personally participates in the repression. His home is situated only a few meters from the principal center of detention and torture. To enter without being seen, Amin has had a tunnel built. He tortures the victims himself, and then usually finishes them off with a sledgehammer. Amin is suspicious of everyone, and especially of his entourage. His daughter recalls how he spent nights in surveillance of his own soldiers.
He wasn't sleeping so much. Wow. He can sleep especially during daytime, but during the night, he can just be there on the balcony. He takes off the light, watching the soldiers, how they are patrolling. You know, a place like State House, as there are bushes, so many trees, things like that. He must fear. You must fear also your own soldiers. Because he thought that as his staff, they can do him bad. You see? And it was correct. They told him that the people who are going to overthrow you are those people whom you are working with. That's why when you are president, don't trust people near. Love them, but don't trust them.
Like Stalin and Gaddafi, Amin had seized power by force. All of the dictators were caught up in the same spiral of violence. They were suspicious of everybody and could trust nobody, especially those closest to them, who were best positioned to assassinate them. Because of this tremendous pressure, they would progressively plunge into madness and paranoia. He doesn't know it yet, but today Idi Amin has good reason to be afraid. His own cousin, General Arube, with whom he grew up and who he had appointed Brigadier General of the Army, is planning to overthrow him. As he would later tell his son, Jafar Amin, he was about to live through the most difficult day of his reign.
The issue of the push attempt by his very own tribe the Kakwa, we are Kakwas, was the most painful situation for my father. Charles Arubey was more or less a brother. As a cousin, he was very much a brother.
In addition to all the atrocities he has committed, now Amin will have to go one step further, go against a member of his own family.